Hi everyone, it's Olivia here for my Cast Off Thursday video. I filmed this a couple times, my camera's dying and being annoying and I just blah! So, I'm sorry if I am a little crazy right now. I just blah. Blah. Technology. It's annoying. Okay, so what do I need to talk about? I'm sorry that I've been gone so long. I'm in my typical yearly knitting slump right now in the summer. It happens pretty much every year. Something about the combination of the heat and I have a lot more going on and all of that just kind of culminates to make me not want to knit as much. So I haven't finished much, and what I have finished is pretty small and insignificant, so I apologize. But I have finished a couple things. So I'll talk about what I finished and then I'll talk about my works in progress. I finished these, which are crocheted boot cuffs, and I will include pictures of them at the end so you can kind of see what they're supposed to do if you haven't seen them before. And I'm really pretty happy with them. I think they turned out cute. I think Margaret made a pair of these for her daughter Maggie a while ago, if I recall correctly. And I'm really pleased with them. I'll probably make more, honestly, for Christmas presents and stuff. People would probably like this. And the other thing I finished, I don't have. I made a headband for one of the gardeners. She really wanted me to make one, and she asked, how much do you cost? She asked me how much do you cost. She meant to say how much does this cost, because she was looking at one of the headbands I had made that I had just thrown in the back of my car, and she was back there. But she asked me how much I cost, and I said, $15, because I didn't really pay attention to what she said. And then we both kind of realized what had happened, and we started laughing, and it was really funny. So I made a headband for her, which I will include a picture of at the end, along with the pictures of this. It's just, I've made about 1,000,001 of those headbands. I've made so many of them, but they're so easy and quick. I can finish one in about an hour and 20 minutes. You know, finish everything, like put the button on, make the flower, put the flower on the headband, all of the finishing stuff, and get that done really quick. So I make a lot of those for gifts and to sell and whatever, and so that aside, okay, so that's everything that I finished. All crocheted stuff this week, which is kind of weird because crochet isn't really my thing. I'm okay at it. I think these look nice. I don't know. I don't know how to, like, I think it's easier to tell, for me anyway, the difference in someone's knitting skill when I'm looking at two pieces of work that people have made, and I can tell kind of who's a better knitter. But with crocheting, I have no idea if my stuff looks comparatively nice because I just don't really do it. So I don't know. Hopefully, I don't know. I think they look okay. But alright, and the other thing that I'm working on, or the only thing, well, I have those socks that are on the back burner right now. I should really work on them, but I haven't been able to motivate myself, so there. I'm working on this sweater, which looks ginormous. Honestly, I'm really worried about this. It's just huge. The more I look at it, the more it freaks me out. So, this is kind of a big blah about this. So, I knit a gauge swatch for the sweater, and if you don't know what a gauge swatch is, it's when you knit a square to the specifications that the pattern says. So they say something like cast on 20 stitches and knit for 25 rows or something, and it's supposed to come out to this size, you know, like 4 inches by 5 inches or something, and then using that, you say, okay, I'm at the same size as this gauge swatch as the pattern, or oh, I'm under or I'm above, and then you kind of have to adjust what pattern you're picking based on that, and or what size of the pattern you're picking based on that, and that sort of thing. And so I had the gauge correct, and I was right on, but my main problem is I was between two sizes with the sweater, and this sweater has negative ease in it, which means that it's going to be more fitted, and it's not meant to have really any space between you and the material. So it's going to be tight, you know, like tight. Okay, see how this is kind of loose? It would be like this. I don't know, you probably can't even see that, sorry. Blonde moment. But, so I was like, okay, if I'm between sizes, I should probably go with the bigger one then, because I don't want it to be that tight. But now I'm just worried that this is going to be just too big. I don't really know. I think I'll probably just honestly knit the whole sweater, and if I don't like the way it fits, I'll just rip it out again. It will be a pain, but I don't really know. I've tried it on, but I still can't tell if it's going to be too big for me or not because the sleeves aren't in. You know, I don't know how it's going to look on my bust because I do have a pretty big bust comparatively. Most people, I have a 46-inch bust and 37-inch waist. So most people that have a bust that's 46 inches have a waist that's 39 inches. So I have kind of weird proportions that need to be met. My body is just weird. It's whatever. Now you guys know my measurements. So exciting, right? I know. But I don't really know how I'm going to like this. And plus, I haven't been working on it that much because I'm not totally sold on this color. It looked totally different online, and I just feel like this is kind of pukey. Maybe I'll feel differently about it when it's done, but I feel like, okay, I don't know. This color I think will just look terrible on me, right? With my hair color? I don't know. Maybe I'll dye it when I'm done. That's always an option. They have certain dyes for acrylic yarns, because this is an acrylic yarn. As much as I don't really like acrylic, but it's also the most affordable if I'm going to make a sweater, and it will be the least problematic to take care of when I don't really have my own space to do stuff in the laundry, you know, wash things by hand and hang them out wherever I want, because I'll be living with my grandparents and just too much going on. Okay, so this is right now, I don't know if you'll be able to see this. I'm going to try it anyway. So right now, it's supposed to fit right around here to where my armpit is, and it'll be kind of about this long. But see, this is a lot bigger. This has positive ease, this sweater. That I did not make this. I did not make it. Okay, but I'm working on the sleeve right now. This is another thing. Sorry, this is so rambling. So I'm working on the sleeve right now, and I cast it on, and it's cuff up. So you knit the body to that point, and then you knit the sleeves, and you work the sleeves in while you're finishing the rest of the sweater. And so I started the sleeves, and I started them exactly how they said. They said cast on, you know, however many stitches, and I'm not going to say because it's a paid pattern, but it's huge. This sleeve is huge on me. Can you see how big that is? It's way too big, so I'll probably end up pulling it up to here and having it be a 3/4 length sleeve sweater, which is fine. It just, the increases are happening kind of quickly, and it's just making it huge. And so I'm thinking I'm going to have to modify the sleeve pattern a little bit, and then I'm going to have to try to remember that for when I make the other one. I'm being so nice to myself. I don't want them to be ginormous because they're going to stretch out anyway while I'm wearing them. Because that's just kind of what happens when you wear things. Like sweaters, especially when you roll the sleeves up or when you push them up, it just stretches it out and it just gets annoying. So I'm going to have to be careful. Everything about this sweater is irritating me. Can you tell? I was so excited to knit it. And I got the yarn pretty inexpensively on the Knit Picks summer sale. And I bought $50 worth of yarn, so I got free shipping. I got stuff for other sweaters too, so, and it's all acrylic, but it was so cheap that I can justify dealing with acrylic. I think once I get more comfortable knitting sweaters and I'm better at them, I'll be more comfortable buying a nicer yarn, but until I get to that point, I'm just gonna stick with kind of the cheapo acrylic. But as far as acrylic goes, this is really nice acrylic. When you touch it, it doesn't feel plasticky like Red Heart Super Saver does. It doesn't have that stiffness that I really, really don't like about acrylic yarns. And I've also used this yarn for another project for that blanket that I made, and it washed and dried so nice, like a dream. It was so soft afterwards, and so I think that this will be fine. in the acrylic. I'll show you the other stuff that I got. So I got, this is my other thing. And I'm going to make the Heliopath vest out of this from the Harry Potter Knits magazine, which my friend has, and she's lending to me so I can get that pattern. And I'm so excited about it, but I'm really worried that it's going to look god-awful on me because vests on busty ladies and bigger ladies, I'm not, you know, I wear it probably like between a large and a 1X, anywhere between that, depending on what brand it is, of shirt. So I'm not a small person by any means. And I'm also 5'9", so I'm worried that the vest could be short. But that's kind of the nice thing about making it yourself, is you control how long something's going to be. Anyway, so rambly. So rambly. So I'll insert those pictures, and I'll put a picture of what the Heliopath vest looks like at the end too, if you want to see it. So I hope you guys are all doing really well, and I will talk to you hopefully next week because I finished something. I don't know. No promises. Bye, guys.